Josh McDaniels is now joining us. We've never officially met. I think you may have come on before when you were the Raiders coach. You were coming on the Zoom time during COVID, that kind of stuff. I got so many things to ask you. Let's start with this. So we watch these young quarterbacks. I thought Peyton and Bo Nix was a good fit. I worried greatly about Caleb and Chicago's history. If you were just privately talking, how many starts, Josh, do you need with a rookie quarterback before you are driving home and maybe calling an assistant thinking, I'm not sure we got him, or he'll be fine, we got him?
I think you need to give it time. I think there's no question, a few games here or there is not going to tell you all the things you need to know about whether or not he's going to be able to do all the things he needs to do to win at this level. Yeah, I mean, Jimmy was not going to be ready right off the bat. 3 years in 2016, he had to start in Tom's absence, and he was able to do that. He learned and developed and was much more ready to do that then. I think they're all different now. Honestly, they're all coming from different backgrounds, some different systems than others. And then I think what matters most is that marriage of the quarterback, what he's learned, what he's good at, where is he going, what type of system are they going to implement there with him, and whether they're willing to adapt to his skill set and what he does well. I think you're seeing some of that now with Jaden.
He and Cliff work.
Yeah, definitely. And they're doing things that he's good at, and I think what Cliff's probably, doing now is what else can we add to his bucket? He does these things well. Now we want to keep developing him, evolve him as he goes throughout, his career here and see what else we can add to him.
Do you worry about Caleb Williams' accuracy inconsistency? Are there things you can't clean up?
I think you can always make things better. Okay. And I haven't seen everything that Caleb has done. Certainly Caleb was, very well regarded coming out of USC, right, and had a great career there. And I think all these young quarterbacks come out and they find life in the NFL is a little different. The windows are tighter. Yeah. The coverages are different. The looks, the disguises force you to hold the ball and have to do different things with it. And so I think, give them time. They're going to make some mistakes. They're going to learn. And again, I know they just made a shift or a change there, and we'll see if that changes some of the success that he's having.
I've said this over the last month. The Chiefs have become the Patriots. I'm not sure they have the best roster, but I'm sure they have the best head coach, best quarterback, and one of the best coordinators on either side. That was you. Mm-hmm. I'm also sure situationally they are smarter than you are. That's what you guys were for 20 years. You'd bring out that Edelman pass against the Ravens, and you're like, how did they not use that 6 weeks ago? That's a beauty. That's a gem, and you had to hide it. Was it just you and Brady and Bill? Is it just people? The Chiefs have become you guys. Yeah. They're not always the best team, but they literally play their best football, goal line stand, late third down.
Yep.
What is it?
Block
What's
field
the
goal. Block field goal.
They could have done that in the first quarter. Yeah. They hid that puppy until the last play of the game.
Yeah, I think they care about winning. I think they have a lot of guys that are selfless there, and Andy, he's obviously been doing this for a long time, and he's got that entire culture, buying into winning's the only thing that's really important at the end of the day. And you saw it with Kelsey early in the year, wasn't catching a lot of passes, right, but you didn't hear about any bickering or complaining or anything like that, because I think they've really figured out, what's most important is how do we play as a team against this opponent this week and be victorious. And so I think Pat's matured. He understands what he needs to do each week. Some weeks it's throw 46 times for 350 yards. Other weeks it's throw for 150 yards and 1 touchdown. But Patrick's kind of put his ego aside. Not that he ever had one like that, but he knows that I have to play a certain way to give our team the best chance to win. I thought Tom did that for years and years in New England. And it's just going to be hard to beat them. You're going to have to play your A game. You're going to have to be really good situationally, really good situationally. And you're going to have to, fight tooth and nail to outcoach them, which is very difficult for anybody to do.
Owners are all billionaires now. Robert Kraft like Jerry Jones when they bought the Patriots. I mean, they were bailing water to just make rent, right? Now they're all billionaires. Firing a staff is a rounding error. Moving off coaches, David Tepper in Carolina. 5-6 games in, Robert Saleh, see ya. It feels like owners' wealth has created more of an impulsive feel, and that staffs are feeling it. Staffs are tougher. Did you never felt that in New England, but you probably felt it with the Raiders. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's affecting coaching in this league? You're forced to be impatient because they're impatient.
I think you definitely have an urgency that you feel now in the league. I don't know. You're right about the New England situation. I never felt that. I felt urgency to do my best.
Right.
I think we all did, to try to win. But I think you're seeing that more and more, that there's a very short shelf life on opportunity. And the urgency to do well and show that you know exactly how to improve and make progress, it's evident. You know, it's evident across the league. And whether it's quarterback changes, coaching changes, coordinator changes, that's certainly part of our game now. We all have to accept that. We all understand the life that we live. And, you know, I hope it doesn't affect decision making and things that you think are the right things to do for the organization. But I know there's a premium on winning quickly. That's for sure.
I always defended when you and Tom would have the once-a-season blow-up on the sidelines. My take is, I mean, you're really 3.5 hours, it's on television. I'm on television. There are public jobs. Mm-hmm. It's not always pretty. You're doing stuff live. I can't hide in an accountant's office. Yeah. During the week, though, with you and Tom, when would you present the game plan? Mm-hmm. Was it a give and take, a back and forth, or would you present the install on Tuesday, Wednesday, Tom goes along with it? Did Tom push back a lot on installs?
I think the more Tom played, the more success he had, the more he understood what he liked and what he didn't like. It certainly became a huge back and forth for us. I mean, I have emails that are pages and pages long of things that he liked and things that he didn't like, you know, and I think that's what you have to do nowadays, is when, you know, the quarterback has thoughts and opinions and ideas of what he feels good about.
Yeah.
You certainly have to take all that in and then try to figure out exactly what's the right blend of things that fit that week against that team. And Tommy was not shy about giving input on those kind of things, and he earned every bit of it. And so we usually would be emailing on Monday, Tuesday, and then obviously we'd practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and try to nail it down. But we were emailing on Friday night and Saturday morning as well to try to finalize the game plan. And I just think that, you know, when you have a guy like him, Pat Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, you know, these guys that have certainly had a tremendous amount of individual success, team success, they've earned the right to give you their input, and you need to take that input in and try to figure out how to utilize it the best way.
Bill had admiration and great respect for you, brought you back. Obviously, you had great success together. How often on the headset would Bill say, Josh, you're not doing that reverse here. Josh, we're running the football. Yeah. Or did he give you carte blanche?
He was really good about letting you kind of get into the rhythm and flow of the game. He may say, hey, can you stick a run in here? I want to get it down to the 2-minute warning. Something like that situation. Or he would say, hey, you got 4 downs here to get the first down. You know, it's 3rd and 3 and, you know, at the 37. Hey, you got 2 downs. Go ahead and try to do whatever you want to do here. But he definitely did a great job of just guiding us. Yeah. You know, he didn't overdo it on the headset. It's hard to do that. You know, when you got a guy in a rhythm, he's calling plays, he's trying to set things up. It's hard to really interject too much, and I thought Bill was great at that.
Did he ever say after a game, you were great?
I don't know if he ever said that. He might have patted me on the back once or twice, but you knew when you did a good job. He definitely let you know that in certain ways. Might not have been the way somebody else did it, but he did.
Okay. You felt respected.
I did, always.
I'd love to have you back. Anytime you're around, family's in town. Yeah. I know your dad, you said, occasionally watches the show.
That's right.
And he must be bored out of his mind. He's just, no, I appreciate that. Hi, Dad.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels, please come again.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.